Hello and welcome to round 3 with Breach Titan. This hand does literal nothing and I'm just going to ship it. Our opponent also mulligan, which is convenient for us. This hand at least looks like it does something. We are in need of a piece of action. That is not action in the slightest. We do have a lot of, well, not a lot, but some amount of time to get there. Okay, so we're playing against elves. We don't have an Anger of the Gods. That's not the best sign in the world, but fortunately, they don't have a lot of great ways to interact with our combo, and they mulligan, so they're not necessarily going to be super explosive. Interesting. Their hand must be terrible. Just going to get another Stomping Ground. This Mire can be saved for kind of whatever later. So we have the critical 4 Mountain Point, but all of our lands make the right colors, so they must have a ton of lands in their hand. I guess I want to get up to the correct number of mountains here, because natural Valakut just picking off their creatures is pretty good. Wow, we're both just sitting here like doofuses drawing the wrong half of our decks. And I'm just going to leave the Mire in play unfetched. They have a Chord for 3 here, maybe? I mean, I can't attack into this because it's just Company or Chord or something. No, just nothing. Just literal nothing. Okay. Wow, what, what is, what is this game? What is going on here? Leave this uncracked because if I just get a Titan, I can get... Yeah, I want to hold this next turn. I don't actually want to cast it. Let's say it's Scape Shift, obviously. Company? Yeah, if I draw Titan... Yo, Evo? Okay, this is kind of cool. We got some business going on. That's actually quite cool, actually. Wow, you can combo real hard. There used to be like a Ranger of Eos green-white Regal Force Elf combo deck in Standard. And Evoing into Ranger of Eos is very reminiscent of doing what that deck was trying to do. Well, I should draw a Primeval Titan. That's pretty close, actually. What? Oh, I played my land this turn. Duh. Like, why can't I just play 2 lands from my hand? Let's kill Nettle Sentinel. And now that my opponent doesn't have, like, Collected Company up, I can serve in for some damage. I don't think I care about killing those. I think I just want to peg down the Heritage Druid once it enters the battlefield. Or peg down, like, a 3rd untapped elf in response. Opponent's tanking on their sequencing pretty hard here, it looks like. It's kind of, there's a lot of very interesting decisions my opponent can make this turn. Okay, Pact. That's certainly going to be interesting. Oh, they're going to Evo for... That's fine. So they can Allosaurus Rider. How big is Allosaurus Rider? That's not going to die here. I guess I have to allow them to go through these motions. Okay, that's... How much damage is that even? So I can kill this. That's certainly lethal. Thought they were just going to get like an Iona. Yeah, this grants trample on the first attack. Just trying to do the math again. I think there's nothing I can do. If I held back the Baloth, it's still 16, 24, still lethal. If I'd cast the Simian Spirit Guide and held back the Baloth, it was not lethal. What was my top card? Nothing. Okay, great. So, Chalice of the Void seems great here. Engineer Explosive seems great here. Anger of the God seems really good. Grafdigger's Cage seems really good. So we have 8 cards we want in this matchup. And I don't think I want Coursers or Baloths here. Also not very huge on Emrakul. It feels like my opponent can get over the top of that. And then from here, cutting stuff gets tricky. I don't think I want both cages. I guess my opponent could have Cord too, but just like the Ranger line makes me think that they don't have it. I'm not actually sure how good Chalice is against that configuration, so maybe I just don't try it. I like the Scape Shift. Like the Allosaurus Rider Evo thing gives my opponent like a pretty solid out to Chalice, right? They can just like Evo into anything. I don't want to cut Ramp. I don't want to cut Spirit Guide, especially from adding Chalice. I want all my breaches to be as fast as possible. I want all of my sweepers. I think I want sweepers more than I want Chalice. I think I trade for more value that way. Actually, I don't know if that's true, because my opponent has Heritage Druid. Yeah, let's go the other way on this. Just stop their Heritage Druid from entering the battlefield then. Especially on the play. On the draw, it might be the other way around. That's not a hand. That's a hand. I don't think I want Titan here. And I'm probably just going to fetch a tapped land. Ignore the power of the Scry here. This will probably fetch a basic forest to conserve mountains in deck for Scape Shift. Am I just going to get Allosaurus Rider? That would kind of suck. Okay, no Allosaurus. Just maximum anger value if I get an untap step. Okay. Well, let's destroy all of my opponent's permanents besides that Curio. Opponent being at 18 is nice. It gives us a bonus turn on Scape Shift. I wonder if they're going to bounce with the Visionary with Curio. It's actually not unreasonable for them just to do so here. Okay, that's where we're going. We're going the crappy beatdown draw. This is cool for setting... Oh, you can pact for Allosaurus Rider. That's cool. Are you just going to die here? That would be bad. This is another the fates had the games go the wrong way for me-ish. Twin ends elites. Is that just infinite here? No, it's not. It's with a Nettle Sentinel, it's infinite. Oh no, this is infinite. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna fetch my land and accept defeat if my opponent. I thought there was another piece needed for that. Remember testing this in like a it was evolutionary leap. We tested that for Worlds. So I'm on a 2-outer here. If we had engineer explosives instead of chalice, we'd be on a 2-outer plus a 2-outer to sweep all the elf tokens, which would buy us another turn. Yeah, we're on a 2-outer to just immediately win the game to Pact. This is a very sad spot because I actually have to sit here and wait and see if I draw an out. Like, I wish I was like not slow rolling my opponent, but I actually have an out to their infinite combo because it's just tapped elf tokens. I'm gonna actively apologize in the chat. I wonder if is this Matt Nass actually, or is he nasty or something like that, like his Twitter handle? This Summoner's Pack for Allosaurus Rider thing's pretty nice actually. That was like one of my concerns with that deck, but the Summoner's Pack really kind of ties it together. I think the question is being able to pay for the pack the next turn. I wonder if there's. I guess you can just get Plaid Angel. I wonder how many decks that actually beats. Just like it's kind of cool. I guess you could just be Evo and you could just have like one Allosaurus Rider so that you can just like set up that way. That might be what's going on here. There might be one Allosaurus Rider to pact for, so that you can jump into the Crater Hoof and make combo, and then you're just like packed Evo because Evo is so good at setting up the Ranger. Hmm. Well, if I go to a game 3 because I top deck miraculously, I think that I want to cut down on Cage. I don't think that. Just thinking about how my opponent's deck's probably constructed with like, I don't think they have Infi Allosaurus Riders. I think that I'm more likely to chalice my opponent out than I am to lock out their Evos for the win. Oh. Well then. Fair enough. Good beats. It's good beats.